Well, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, my friends, all across the globe today. My name is Leaf, and as always, it is so beautiful to have you guys here back in Foxboro Zoo. Yeah, I know, it's been quite some time. It's been about, a month since I gave the file off to Crocs. You could actually see the little black box in the background at some points of the video where, he's actually starting to get to work on the entire Arctic section. I do forget what the actual area is called, but we'll get there when we get there once he finishes it up. But I wanted to pop back in here and get some building done for all you guys. I know it's been such a long time, and I really do love this park so much, and it's just so crazy. It's surreal to be back in here. It feels like I've not been in here in literally years, but I don't know, I just really wanted to pop back in here, continue our North America section. Oh my gosh, can we talk about that? We literally just got the North America Animal Pack. Well, not literally, we're already on to the next DLC because earlier today, my good friend Eltonin actually revealed that we're getting restaurants in the next update. And yeah, with that being said, we're not really sure what the next theme will be. I think everyone is really gunning that it's going to be European. And honestly, I'm kind of happy with that if we do get some new props. But with that being said, we'll save that for a video later down the line. We'll analyze every little tidbit of information that comes out. Sorry, but with that being said, here we are actually working on our exhibit. Now we should probably talk about what we're actually building for. And of course, with the North America DLC out, it would make sense to make a exhibit for one of the animals in there, but nope, I said screw that, and I'm actually doing an exhibit for mountain goat and bighorn sheep. Yes, a combined exhibit for the two of them. Now, it's not really been done before in real life, combining these two species, but you know what? Foxboro Zoo is all about breaking that ground, and honestly, I'm pretty happy with the end result when it came down to it. So over here, I'm just doing a lot of work. So this entire habitat is actually based off of Stone Zoo up in Stoneham, Massachusetts. They have this beautiful big area for markhor and snow leopards. And sorry, I have wow, complete professional over here. I have a hair in my mouth, not really sure why, but anyways, that's kind of gross. But with that being said, this is based off of Stone Zoo. And Stone Zoo has this beautiful area with markhor and snow leopards, and it's kind of like a predator-prey exhibit, so I'm kind of basing it off of that. I got the wonderful idea, wow, cool. I got the wonderful idea from Nick earlier last night, and I was like, you know what, screw it. This is like the New England Zoo kind of reimagined, so I'm really just gonna copy stone with this entire build. So over here on the left we're gonna have all the sheep, and then on the right we're gonna have cougar. I'm not sure if I'll have an area behind that for wolves or not. I may do Mexican grays or something like that just to have this American theme going on, but that may be something I'll look into later down the line. And of course, it's been a hot second since I've actually used modded props. It's been quite some time, and I'm so happy to finally be using them again because they are so versatile. Oh my gosh, Nick has ported in all the rocks from JWE, some of the rocks from Planet Coaster, and they work so well over here to give me the effect that I really need. And later down the line, towards the end of the speed build, I actually do use some of NDP's faux rocks to kind of give the cliff sides just a little bit more texture. It's very much like painting, and I know I keep on saying this in every single build that I do, but keep on imagining building as you're painting, and it just comes out so much better. You do tiny little brush strokes all around, and you'll have a masterpiece by the end of it. No, sorry, my lips are still extremely chapped, so if I do stop to lick my lips, I do apologize, guys. But with that being said, here we are actually finishing up the rock work. The rock work is never finished until the very end of this episode, actually. But just doing a lot of foliage all around, just making sure it all seems pretty lush. I am taking very much inspiration from my own zoo, Sugar Pine Zoo, if you guys have already seen that. Earlier today, the episode with the alligator went out, and we already have one more animal to put in there. Yes, it's a polar bear, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about Foxboro Zoo right now. And with that being said, all this foliage is very much inspired by sugar pine. Once you actually zoom far enough away, all the foliage kind of turns white along with some of the rocks. It's kind of something that looks kind of poo-poo. But with that being said, you're always going to be looking at this exhibit in particular, not from far away, but from when you're walking up to it, and it really does look pretty good in the end when all is said and done. Now with that being said though, adding the rest of the manzanita bushes in there to give it a little bit more foliage differential, and adding these beautiful dead trees over here, I think those are the Himalayan pines, just to give it a little bit of I don't know, a little bit of character, a little bit of sprucing up. You get that? Because pine trees are coniferous trees, and spruces are also coniferous trees. You see what I did there, guys? Oh my gosh, you guys probably think I'm the funniest guy around. Wow. I may be funny, but I can't speak, so that's one of my biggest downfalls. But with that being said, just working on the general idea of all around here, basically. And I wanted to have a sign over here, but I'm not good at making signs, so I just have like this random rock structure over here that'll probably actually, like, you know, fix up later down the line. I just wanted to get this over here, have like a little sign about like the Rockies. Originally, I wanted to do a land sharing and land sparing kind of theme for North America, and I think I may continue on with that, and maybe I'll retrofit the entire Rockies to be kind of like a conservation idea about like conserving nature and stuff like that. I don't know, but later down the line, I definitely do want to do like highway overpasses. I want to do some stuff inspired by like, I don't know, just these grandiose ideas that no one else has really touched on before, and I feel like doing stuff like that will be pretty fun down the line. Now, of course, here I am doing these, wow, I can't even talk, guys. You love that? I'm sure you do. Anyways, I'm doing this area over here to separate the goats from the cougars, which will eventually be placed right to the right over there. And while the goats can probably climb over there, we're just going to pretend that they can't. We actually cover it with enough foliage so that they actually don't want to climb over there. But in realism situations, you probably have like, you know, a bunch of logs kind of stopping them from going up there. I feel like that's something that zoos would have. That's what we have at Roger Williams, actually. But goats are pretty climby animals, and giving them all the area in the world over here in the centralized part of the exhibit is something that I really want to do. Just make sure it looks pretty nice. And here we actually do a custom fence. Yeah, so combining both the branches that we got in the last update along with Nick's exhibit prop pack, it turns out so beautiful. I love the style of this fence. We even use like the rope pieces to make it feel a little bit more organic, make it feel a little bit more welcome. And I just love this natural look that it has in the end of it. It just feels so freaking cool in the end, and just copying that all over, making sure that we stick with that centralized idea all throughout the entire, well, premise of the exhibit. It really does turn out pretty good in the end, and I love how well it kind of like frames the area. Because here I am looking for some cobblestone, but I eventually settle on making it myself. But just having those beautiful fences over there, nothing too realistic, nothing too, well, man-made. It just feels like those nice trail markers that you would see when you go hiking and stuff. I think it turns out so freaking nice in the end, and it's just so beautiful. And I actually take this page out of Leader's book. If you guys haven't already subbed to Leader, definitely do go sub to him right now. He is a wonderful builder, very much on brand with Zoof. Hell, I don't even think I could tell the two of them apart at this point, but they both do such realistic builds, and I actually do use some of Leader's blueprints in here as well, just to give the goats a little bit of feeders. So with that being said, I do have this kind of cobblestone style over here. Rest in peace to all my frame rates. It absolutely chugs my PC, so that's a little bit of a sad thing over there. But adding some more taiga plants in here. I love the cowberry bushes. You hear me kind of like stumble on that because I don't even know the name of it. But they're so wonderful for just general ground cover, especially in like a temperate area like this. And of course the lady ferns really do help to give it a little bit more height in there, but not too much height, because, you know, this is still pretty, like, you would see this area kind of be manicured and stuff like that. Kind of, they keep it kind of tame. By the way, I did not really do a beautiful viewing gallery for these guys, just because I am taking a page out of Stone's book, Stone Zoo that is, and they kind of have this kind of chain mesh kind of a look to it. I didn't really want to take away from the fact that we have this beautiful rock mountain all the way over there. And I didn't want to take the star of the show away from there. But with that being said, here we actually do a little bit of a backstage area for our goats. All implied, of course. I like totally blew my load when it came to the alligator habitat for sugar pine, and I was like, no, I'm not doing that again. I'm sorry, guys. But with that being said, I think the exterior of this came out pretty well. I think it looks pretty nice. But with that being said, we're adding like all these wonderful little bump outs and stuff to give it a little bit more texture, a little bit more detail, makes it come out really nice in the end. And here I actually throw down leaders blueprints, get that beautiful hay fader. Guys, how do you even stand me? I can barely talk anymore. I'm not even coherent at this point, but I do have a little bit of a hose over here because you would see, like, you know, keepers hose down this area as well. I put some kind of concrete out here as well because you would definitely see like a foundation being poured for a building like this, even though we are basing this off of, like, you know, a naturally occurring cliffside. You would still see a lot more man-made elements pour into this exhibit because, of course, the keepers definitely do need a way to traverse the exhibit, especially clean up all that goat poop and stuff, keep the exhibit nice and clean. And we also add some drain grass over here as well. I do that off camera as well, just around like the lower areas. You'll see that in the live portion of the video, which is coming up right now. Oh my gosh, we're almost there. So I'll say my adieus right now. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate you guys stopping by, and I hope you guys do appreciate the fact that Foxborough is coming back. Hopefully soon enough we can get the file back to Crocs. He could finish up the lovely little Arctic section. And with that being said, I really do appreciate you guys stopping by. If you guys are new here, oh my gosh, welcome. Welcome to the little leaf pile. I definitely do encourage anyone to, you know, share this with your friends, share this with your buddies. But with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care and have the most wonderful of wonderful days. Bye-bye now.